Elias was born in a small village nestled amidst rolling hills. The air was always fresh. Laughter echoed through the fields. Elias, with his infectious smile and kind heart, was loved by all. He spent his days playing by the river, helping his father in the fields and sharing stories under the starry sky. His heart was full of hope, his dreams as vast as the sky above. Life was simple, yet it held a certain magic for Elias. He cherished his family, the warmth of their small home, and the familiar faces of the villagers. He never imagined leaving this idyllic life, this haven of peace. He believed his destiny lay within the heart of his village, his story interwoven with the fabric of its history. He carried the village within him, a source of strength and joy. He often thought of the baker's fresh bread, the blacksmith's hammering rhythm, and the old storyteller's tales. These memories were threads of gold, weaving a tapestry of belonging, a reminder of the love that nurtured him. The village molded him with gentle hands, shaping his character with its simplicity and love. He carried its essence within him, a hidden strength that would sustain him in the years to come. For Elias, the village was not merely a place. It was a feeling, a sanctuary of the soul. The city called to him, a siren song of opportunity. He dreamed of success, of a life beyond the familiar horizon. With a heart full of hope and a suitcase full of dreams, Elias bid farewell to his village. The city embraced him with open arms, its energy both exhilarating and overwhelming. He found work, a small apartment, and a rhythm to his new life. He met Clara, her laughter echoing his own. They shared dreams, whispered secrets under the neon lights, and found solace in each other's company. For a while, the city felt like home, a place to build a future. Work consumed him, demanding more and more. He climbed the ladder of success, each step taking him further away from Clara, from himself. The city that once shimmered with promise now felt like a cage, its relentless pace suffocating his dreams. He chased success, but it felt hollow, a pale imitation of the joy he once knew. He missed the scent of his mother's bread, the sound of his father's laughter. The city lights, once so alluring, now seemed cold and distant. The warmth of the village, the love he left behind, called to him in his dreams. He longed for a simpler time, for the peace he had so carelessly relinquished. Clara left, unable to bear the widening chasm between them. Her absence echoed in his empty apartment, a constant reminder of his loss. He buried himself in work, seeking solace in routine, but it offered no escape. The city that had promised him everything had taken too much. News arrived like a thief in the night, stealing his breath, shattering his world. His mother was gone. The village, his haven, his source of strength, was now a place of sorrow. He returned home, his heart heavy with grief, a stranger in the place where he was once loved. He stood by her grave, the weight of his choices suffocating him. His success felt meaningless, his dreams turned to ash in his mouth. The village he left behind, the family he cherished, were forever changed. He had chased shadows, sacrificing love for ambition, and now he was left with nothing but regret. The faces of the villagers, once so familiar and welcoming, now held a mixture of pity and reproach. Their whispers followed him like shadows, reminders of his absence, of the life he had abandoned. He was a ghost in his own story, a stranger in the place where he yearned to belong. He stood on the bridge, the river of his childhood flowing beneath him. The water, once a source of joy and adventure, now reflected his sorrow. The village lights twinkled in the distance, a painful reminder of the life he had left behind. He was lost, adrift in a sea of grief and regret. The city had stolen his joy, his love, his connection to the essence of his being. He had traded the warmth of human connection for the cold embrace of ambition, and in the end, he was left with nothing but emptiness. The bridge stood as a symbol of his choices, a crossroads of sorrow and longing. The memory of his mother's love, his father's pride, and Clara's laughter washed over him, a bittersweet symphony of what was and what could never be again. He longed for the simplicity of his childhood, for the days when his heart was full of hope and his dreams were untainted by the world's cynicism. As he stood on the bridge, the weight of his grief threatened to consume him. The village lights beckoned him, offering a glimmer of hope, a chance for redemption. But could he ever truly go back? Could he ever find his way back to the boy he once was, the man he was meant to be? The bridge stood silent, a testament to his despair, a question mark etched against the fading light.